For the first time, cartel kingpin El Mencho tonight is a $15 million man.
Tonight, the DEA is offering $10 million for information leading to the arrest of the Mexican drug kingpin known as El Mencho.
Nemesio, Oseguera Cervantes, El Mencho, the leader of CJNG, is still at large today.
The most powerful drug lord on earth has no recent photos, no phone, no interviews, and yet he controls the deadliest cartel in the world. There is a $15 million reward for information leading to his arrest. The DEA wants him. The Mexican military wants him. Entire governments are hunting him, and still, no one can find him because Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes didn't run. He erased himself. In Mexico, they say you don't need to disappear to vanish. You just pull your name out of the headlines. You wipe your face from the cameras, and you retreat into the mountains until you stop being a man. You become a ghost. This ghost has a private army, a global drug empire, and a name that makes the air in Jalisco go silent. The world knows him as El Mencho. As we sit here in January 2026, El Mencho is the most elusive human being alive. For more than a decade, the DEA and the Mexican government have been chasing a shadow. No confirmed sightings, no digital footprint, no proof of life. While other cartel bosses, men like El Chapo, chased fame, tunnels, and interviews, Mencho chose silence. And that silence made him far more dangerous. Because while authorities claim they are closing in, Mencho's organization, the CJNG, is flooding the world with fentanyl and violence on an industrial scale. He is nowhere, yet his blood-stained signature is everywhere. To understand the monster, you have to understand the dirt he came from. Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes was born in 1966 in a place so small it barely exists on a map. Naranjo de Chila, Michoacan. No wealth, no power, no future. He was one of 6 children, a poor farm boy picking avocados under a sun that didn't forgive mistakes. No school after the 5th grade, just blisters, mud, and the smell of fruit rotting in wooden crates. But in Michoacan, avocados were never just avocados, they were camouflage. The local bosses, the Valencia family, were hiding marijuana inside those crates. And young Nemesio was a puntero, a lookout, a nobody on the corner, watching roads, watching police dust trails, learning how a billion-dollar empire hides in plain sight. Like millions of others, he wanted out. At 19, he crossed into the United States and landed in San Francisco, not as a kingpin, just another undocumented kid trying to survive. But the streets teach fast. He was arrested for carrying a loaded gun, deported, came back. In 1992, he and his brother were caught selling heroin in Sacramento. This is where we see the first crack in the myth. To save his brother from a life sentence, Mencho pleaded guilty. He took the fall. 3 years in a US federal prison. When he was deported for the last time at age 30, he had no money. But he had something far more dangerous. Nothing left to lose. Back in Mexico, Nemesio did something almost unthinkable. He became a cop. In the coastal town of Tomatlan, he put on a badge. Not to protect the law, but to study it. He learned how the military moved, how radios worked, who could be bought and who couldn't. He became the bridge between the police and the underworld, a mole feeding intelligence to the millennial cartel. But the drug world is a meat grinder. When his bosses started dying and the ultra-violent Los Zetas began carving through Mexico, Mencho didn't panic. He adapted. He fled to Guadalajara and hid under the wing of the Sinaloa cartel. For a while, he was just another lieutenant, quiet, reserved, forgettable. Then, in 2010, everything collapsed. His protector, Nacho Coronel, was killed in a shootout. The Sinaloa shield was gone. Most men would have run. Mencho stepped forward. Out of that vacuum, he created a nightmare, the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. El Chapo was a businessman. El Mencho is a warlord. While the world watched El Chapo's escapes and interviews, Mencho was building an army, not street gangs, a corporation of violence, drones dropping bombs, Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifles, armored convoys. In 2015, he crossed a line no cartel had crossed before. He ordered his men to shoot down a Mexican military helicopter with a rocket launcher. That wasn't a crime. That was a declaration of war. By the time El Chapo was locked away for life, Mencho had already stolen his crown. He industrialized fentanyl, turned the CJNG into a franchise, operating in 28 of Mexico's 32 states and across 5 continents. More efficient, more violent, and almost completely invisible. Mencho's empire grew. His family collapsed. His wife, Rosalinda, was arrested repeatedly. His daughter, Jessica, was captured in Washington, D.C. But the real blow came in March 2025. His son, his namesake, El Menchito, was sentenced to life plus 30 years in a U.S. prison. Then in December 2025, his son-in-law was sentenced to, found in California with $2 million in cash. The circle was closing. The ghost was rich and completely alone. So the question returns every year. Is El Mencho even alive? Rumors never stop. Kidney failure, shootouts, secret deaths. The truth is darker. Reports suggest he's alive, but trapped in his own body, constant dialysis, hidden inside a high-tech hospital buried deep in the Sierra Madre Mountains. No phone, no internet, no sunlight. In February 2025, the US labeled the CJNG a foreign terrorist organization. That changed everything. It's 2026, and that 15 million reward is still unclaimed. Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes won. He outlived El Chapo, outgrew every rival, and became the most feared narco on earth. But look at the price. A man who cannot see the sun, a father who lost his children to prison, a billionaire eating in the mud of the mountains, waiting, listening for the sound of a drone. He proved you can become a ghost to rule the world. But the problem with being a ghost is that you're already dead to everyone who ever loved you. So tell me, is El Mencho still out there, or are we hunting a memory? And if this ghost finally disappears, who replaces him? Let me know in the comments.